Okay, I'm going through the IF alignment on the Eddystone because there seems to be a double hump after I've done the calibration. The procedure is pretty straightforward. You just peak maximum signal strength in the crystal position, which is the very narrow band, very narrow selectivity, 100 kilohertz. I'm using the Marconi at the moment to give you a stable signal. But if I, after I've done that, I tune it through the pass band, you'll see there's a double hump. And that causes all sorts of strange effects, especially on a very narrow bandwidth. I'll go to AM to show you the double hump. I'm tuning through. We'd expect to see the peak at 100 kilohertz, just short, going through. Here comes the second one. So there's two humps. So what I need to do is try and improve that. So the Marconi is generating the 100 kilohertz. I'm going to go through the transformers and see if I can make sure I'm not tuning on a second peak. Should be doing this on narrows, sorry, wrong setting. Just again for peak. Okay. Well, that must come up. Turn the RF gain down a bit. Okay, and then not going to be very easy for you, but it says adjust the. You have to adjust the transformers underneath the secondaries, but you have to do that with the radio in its normal operating position, which unfortunately means sitting on the bench. So this is the first transformer. That's pretty peaked. Second. Well and truly peaked. And the last one, which is not easy to see, nothing there. Get to it. See, that's peaked. And then there's one more transformer back here, which is the one with the crystal calibrator on at the top. Okay, so now what I'll do is go to AM. I'm going to sweep through the band again. Still got two peaks. I don't know why I've got two peaks. That's going to be really difficult to get rid of because two peaks on AM. Now I don't know how I'm going to get rid of that because it looks to me when I'm in AM mode, I think it's to do with the way the mechanical system works on this, the way it moves the cores. When you adjust the selectivity, it moves some slugs in the IF transformer, and I wonder if it's not linear, they're not moving together. So it's correct on the narrow band, but not so good on the wide band. Just checking to see if it's peaked at wide selectivity. Drive up a bit. No, you see it's not peaked. So it looks to me like you'll never get it perfect due to the principle of how it works. It's peaked. It's peaked. What about now then? If we need on one side of the transformer. No, it's still got the double peak. There's one there, there's a null, just at 98 kilohertz. Okay, I think I'm going to have to turn the radio up and have a twiddle about with that other transformer to see if I can get that better, because that's going to affect the performance of the whole radio. If the IF's got a double peak like as big as that, and it's not even a small one, it's quite a marked peak. This is the transformer they say just to try and prevent that. Oh, that's better. It's like I've got a long flat plateau on it now. Okay, so I'll go back to narrow. I'm going to recalibrate 100 kilohertz with the main IF transformer, then readjust that one to hopefully correct for that double peak. But it's the trouble with mechanical systems like that. When you're moving cores about inside a transformer, the mechanism has to be absolutely perfect. Okay, that's the one I twiddled about with. Try and go back through again. It's absolutely peaked. So what I'll do is I'll get these right to 100 kilohertz. So get maximum gain out of the IF stage, and then I'll try and flatten it out with that other transformer. Pretty good. Right, now if I go back to Bread and Schwartz and sweep through, the other option of course to do this is to actually put it on the sweep generator and sweep a flat response, and that's maybe what I'll end up doing with the 675A to get a response on the scope. You can do it like this, I mean it's perfectly okay, but let's go to AM and see what it's like. So, yeah, the double humps back again. So let's have a twiddle with this transformer here, see if we can improve that. It's still bad. No, it's still. I don't know how we're going to get this right on both the bands. I don't think it's going to be possible, to be honest with you. I mean, you can either have it good on the narrow selectivity or good on the wide selectivity, but not both at the same time. It's a real pronounced double hip, and actually the dip's right in the point where you want the peak actually. Let's just see if, let's get that to 100 kilohertz and re-peak it. and then I'll go back and see what the response is like in the narrow band. So I'm going to re-peak for, I'm going to put it on the Marconi again. So I'm reading the calibration now in a wide selectivity. It'll make the response of the coils a lot less effective, but you should still be able to see the meter move. Okay, no difference on that one really. I'm expecting one of these to really pull up, and if it does, that'll be the one that's probably causing the alignment issue. Okay, not getting a lot of response on this because I am running such a wide band pass. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's just try that now. What happens if we sweep through now? Generator. Still the same. Okay. Adjusted it slightly more. The second hump's less now. There's some strange effect of the AGC circuit. I wonder if I turn the okay, so let's try it a bit narrow, best of both worlds sort of thing. Go through on single sideband. That's the most likely area this is going to be used in. So we're tuned to the outer peak. Going down a bit. Come up a bit. That one. Checking for another peak, but I can't see one. Okay, so that's on single sideband mode. What's that like? Still got a double peak. So one of these transformers won't match properly with the other one, which is going to be probably a problem with receiving sort of very narrow band stuff. So I think for the time being now I'm going to try to go through and try and work out which transformer is mismatched, and maybe see if it's adjustable to make it possible to adjust the alignment with these screws. I don't really want to start messing around with this, but it could be something to do with that. Anyway, thanks for watching.